Hey, so I've just done an event with a demonstration of mediumship, and I have to tell you about this, right? So, as mediums, we beat ourselves up, we tear ourselves apart, we struggle like crazy to try and make sure that we give the best evidence that we possibly can, proving the survival of physical death, right? So I goes to this lady, and this lady and her daughter, and the gentleman comes through, and basically the gentleman, in the spirit world, I seen an oil rig, and then I seen disaster, and my mind went to a oil rig disaster, the famous one that happened in Scotland, and I assumed, point where I went wrong, I assumed that that's what it was, right? They said no, but they could take the information, but it wasn't that, it was an oil rig disaster. I was like, okay. And then I was like, but you know, he worked within something where he was saving people and helping people, and also there was something to do where, and they were like, yeah, that's correct. And I was like, but I keep seeing the oil rig, and I can see he was connected to water and something, so that was fine. They said yes, they could take what I was saying, so it was fab. Just felt though there was more, right? And so the man came in and he described stuff, and he was taking me into the lady's house and showing me things and talking about things that she was doing today, like actually things that she was doing today. So that was fab, right? So anyway, finished the reading, and I'm like, what? I was annoyed because I'm like, I don't know what I didn't get. Why did I not get why did I get oil rig, disaster, then water, and he was saving people? So anyway, the lady's daughter had passed by and said to my partner, like, you know, tell George that. So I goes over and speaks to the lady and her mum. Her mum's 85, right? So anyway, I need to be quick. So anyway, it gets to the ladies tell me, like, the lady was saying, I don't cry, but I was nearly crying, you know, as her husband and whatever. And he basically worked in an oil rig. Oh, and I seen that he had a glass eye, but he didn't. But he had an eye, a thing with his eye that made it look like that, she said, right? So he didn't have a problem with his eye though. But anyway, it was interesting because he did work in the oil rigs at one point, but his job was to save people who worked in the mines, right? So people in the coal mines, and there was a disaster that happened where he was part of the team to save people. 47 people died in this coal mine disaster, and the water was the thing. They were trying to stop it because the water was lifting and people were drowning. So that's why I could see that he was rescuing people connected to water, and obviously the oil rig is, but my mind assumed that he worked in an oil rig, and that's what the disaster was. So, and then he was like talking about a photograph and where it was in the house and what it was in his favourite photograph, and it was one of the last photographs they got when they were on holiday on their cruise not long before the man passed away. Absolutely beat myself up thinking I didn't get it all correct in the way that I wanted to, but he went over and was able to give the lady the love and the healing that she got for her husband. So thank you, Spirit World, thank you to that family.